Good morning, Washington. Zuhair Adam Bouzrara from Portland, Maine, United States. To President Barack Hussein Obama, subject, upcoming visit of the predator, pedophile, terrorist King Mohamed VI of Morocco. First of all, I would like to assure you, Mr. President, that I am not under the influence of any chemicals whatsoever, and it's been for a while now. The only thing I've been taking is blood pressure medication, and all the news and scandals out of Washington are not helping. Mr. President, I would like to start by this press release. On Friday, November 22nd, President Obama will host King Mohamed VI of Morocco at the White House. This visit will highlight the long-standing friendship between the United States and Morocco. The long-standing friendship. There is one word missing there between friendship. Sick. The long-standing sick relation. Why? Yes, Morocco was the first to recognize United States, 1786. Moroccan-American Treaty of Friendship, 1777. American legation, Tangier, first property that the U.S. government bought outside the United States, located in Tangier, Morocco. Yes, I know that. But what most people don't know is why. Why? Simple question. Why? Why we don't advertise the reason behind this friendship that I call sick? Well, if you recall back then, there were shipments out of Africa, and there were no oil shipments back then. So the reason behind the treaty, recognition, all this was because to protect shipments of slaves out of Africa. This is not something to celebrate, especially for a sitting black president. This is something to condemn. King of Morocco owns slaves in his palaces. And when I dared back in the 80s as a student to not to abolish that or to stop it, it's just when I asked, I got my ass kicked or royally. But when decades goes by and they realize I'm still asking the all same questions. Why? Why? So I was contacted under conditions of anonymity, blah, 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 for high-level, low-lives government officials. One of them told me, well, you know, part of the decor, like, in the palaces. I'm like, what do you mean decor in the palace? Are you talking about sculptures, painting? Are you talking about humans, sir? I don't care, black or white. Are you telling me you need slaves in palaces as part of this medieval decor, this sick decor? Click, he hung up on me. Another one, probably a year and a half later, contacted me. Mr. Bouzrara is part of the protocol, you know. It's no big deal. Why you're making a big deal out of this? Why? Why am I doing a big deal out of this? What am I making a big deal out of this? It's simple. This is slavery. This is dehumanizing other humans. That's why I'm making a big deal out of it. Yes, I call them a predator, and I'm not the only one, like the song. Imagine that. And I'm not going to talk about him stealing billions of dollars. That's in Forbes magazine, one of the richest monarchs. And I'm not going to talk about freedom and liberty and democracy. And that does not exist. Basically, I'm not even going to talk about lack of it. It's simply non-existent. This is the commander of the faithful. The commander of the faithful. Above all humans. Including the Pope, for that matter, mind you. He decides who lives and who dies. This is who's coming to town. To our White House. Why I call him a pedophile? For me, a pedophile is not simply the person that preys on kids and who commits this awful, awful, awful act. For me, a pedophile is the one who helps, who allows that act to happen. Everybody is involved in that criminal and inhumane, sick act, for me, is a pedophile. I will never, ever allow anybody like that nowhere near any kid. This is where I draw the line. And I am as open-minded, as multicultural, you name it. Okay? But this, for me, the buck stops right there. This guy, a few months ago, pardoned a pedophile along with human traffickers and drug dealers. I think there were like 48 of them. It's known in Morocco as Daniel Gate. It's the name of the pedophile from Spain, Daniel, who admitted to raping 14 kids, ages 4, 5 to 13, 14. Sentenced to 30 years in prison. For me, that makes the king also a pedophile. Period. Allowing also sexual terrorism, especially of kids, being shipped to the Middle East, to the oil-rich Gulf countries, for the price tag of $20,000, they can have a little girl aged 10, 11, 12 to rape. The round-trip ticket, $20,000. That's a crime against humanity. That's a crime against humanity, people. So, to have such a person in our White House, for me, Mr. Obama, is unacceptable. to say the least.